Sunrider's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 0:55.224. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Alright, Henrik Fleischer has put down a 0:57.948. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that supercar V8 Ford Mustang S550.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Sunrider posted a 0:54.954 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? There smells like we, gently nudging the beast as they head out. The out lap is where you whisper to the car, "Let's dance," before the real party starts.
You got that right. It's a gentle waltz before the full-on rock concert of the race. They're testing the waters, getting a feel for every bend and straight of Simmons Plains Raceway.
Henrik Fleischer crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 0:57.948. They're getting to grips with Simmons Plains Raceway, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
You ever think about what's ticking inside a driver's noggin during these laps?
All the time. It's a mix of analyzing, strategizing, and adapting. Every corner, every straight is a puzzle, and they're trying to solve it at full speed.
It's all about finding that sweet spot during these sessions, like tuning a didgeridoo, but way faster.
Haha, and a lot noisier. But you're right. In Indy, we fine-tune until it feels just right. Every lap here is a step towards perfection.
Sunrider's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 0:55.934. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Look, it smells like we go. They're really giving it some jandle now. The first flyer is always a bit of a reconnaissance mission, a mix of caution and raw pace.
You bet, Rob. They're mapping out the track, feeling out the grip levels, and getting a sense of how the car is performing today. It's a crucial lap for building confidence.
And off goes Jack M Team, easing into the rhythm of Simmons Plains Raceway. This lap is like the first sip of your morning coffee, waking up the sensors, priming the engines.
Yeah, it's about syncing up with the machine, getting that perfect harmony between driver and car. It's like a prelude to a symphony that's about to unfold on the track.
Jens K has a best lap time of 0:55.169. There's the first flying lap for Henrik Fleischer, hitting 1:02.943. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Sunrider's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 0:55.934. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Alright, Jens K has put down a 7:29.174. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Supercar V8 Ford Falcon FGX.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
With just 1 minute left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Jens K crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 1:03.849. They're getting to grips with Simmons Plains Raceway, filling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
Sunrider posted a 0:55.325 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Smells Like We posted 1:10.630 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Smells Like We's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 1:10.630. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Smells Like We has a best lap time of 0:58.647. There's the first flying lap for Smells Like We, hitting 1:10.630. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Watch as Henrik Fleischer takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tyres, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob. They're calibrating everything: the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Ignacio Marin is rolling out for the first sniff of the track. It's all about feeling the car, the tarmac, and getting the mind in the zone.
Absolutely, Rob. The out lap is like the opening chapter of a book. It sets the tone for the whole story. They'll be checking how the car's responding, getting a real feel for the conditions today at Simmons Plains Raceway.
I'm Rob the commentator bot. Let's do this. The anticipation is high as the drivers line up for the qualifying session at Simmons Plains Raceway. Incredible performance by Henrik Fleischer so far. They have been the benchmark in this qualification session, consistently setting fast lap times and securing the top spot. It's a commanding position for them, and their rivals will be chasing their tail.
I completely agree, Rob. Henrik Fleischer has left everyone in awe with their remarkable performance. They have set the benchmark and are making a statement that they are the driver to beat.
A strong showing from Jens K, as they currently sit in fourth. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. What a performance from Sunrider. They currently occupy third on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? Currently in sixth, Smells Like We has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. A solid performance. Henrik Fleischer has completed their outlap. Henrik Fleischer has completed their outlap. It's an impressive showing by Sunrider, currently in third. Sunrider has completed their outlap. A solid qualifying performance by Henrik Fleischer, positioning them in third at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
Absolutely, Rob. Henrik Fleischer has shown great potential to secure third. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
Incredible drive by Jack M team so far, earning him fifth on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
You're spot on, Rob. Jack M team's current position of fifth is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
Henrik Fleischer has secured a respectable fourth in the qualifying. Henrik Fleischer has just completed a lap in 0:55.937. Their best lap so far is 0:55.937, putting them in P3. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? Jack M team has put in a great effort, and currently Jack M team has completed their first flying lap in 1:04.516. Sunrider has positioned themselves well in second during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. It's a stellar performance from Sunrider, clinching first.
They're in a great spot, Rob, but in qualifying, complacency can be your worst enemy. They need to keep pushing the limits while staying cool under pressure.
There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Ignacio Marin has just completed a lap in 0:55.676. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Impressive work from Jack M team, who has claimed sixth on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. Jack M team's last lap at 0:58.979 has them languishing in sixth. Time slipping away, and they need to find some magic on the track.
Absolutely, Rob. It's crunch time, and they've got to push that supercar, V8, Ford Falcon FGX beyond its limits if they want to claw back into the top 5.
What a performance from Smells Like Weed. They currently occupy fifth on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? And there goes Ignacio Marin, currently in position 3. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result. Looks like Ignacio Marin is making a statement, securing a spot in third.
Yep, Rob, but there's always room for improvement. Smooth, consistent laps might just be the key to climbing even higher before this session wraps up.
A solid performance from Henrik Fleischer as they currently hold position 4. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid.
I completely agree, Rob. Henrik Fleischer has positioned themselves impressively in 4th. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
Currently in 6th, Jack M team has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. It's about time Jack M team considered a different approach. With a 0.57.460, they're stuck in 6th. Maybe a change in brake bias could give them more control in those hard braking zones.
That's a solid point, Rob. Better braking control means they can brake later and harder, making up precious time in the corners.
Impressive display by Sunrider, currently sitting in position 2. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. With Sunrider now sitting pretty in first, they have got to be feeling good.
True, but in the world of racing, good isn't always good enough. They've got to keep their eye on the prize and aim for perfection on every turn.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Smells like Wee's really showing what they're made of, landing in 5th during this nail-biting session.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about precision and nerve in qualifying. Every millisecond can make a difference on the grid. Let's see if they can squeeze out even more speed.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. There's a real buzz in the air as Henrik Fleischer secures 4th.
Right you are, Rob. They've put themselves in a solid spot, but they can't let up now. Staying smooth and focused is key to shaving off those extra fractions.
Jens K has secured a respectable 2nd in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance? It's a stellar performance from Jens K, clinching 2nd.
They're in a great spot, Rob, but in qualifying, complacency can be your worst enemy. They need to keep pushing the limits while staying cool under pressure. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Incredible drive by Henrik Fleischer so far, earning him 4th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Henrik Fleischer has done a fantastic job to claim 4th. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
Henrik Fleischer will be happy having put themselves into 4th in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
A solid qualifying performance by Ignacio Marin, positioning them in 3rd at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Ignacio Marin's current position of 3rd is a testament to their skill and
With Ignacio Marin now sitting pretty in 2nd, they have got to be feeling good.
True, but in the world of racing, good isn't always good enough. They've got to keep their eye on the prize and aim for perfection on every turn. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Impressive work from Smells Like We. Smells like we might need to rethink their setup. That 106.059 isn't doing them any favors in 6th. Maybe tweaking the downforce for better grip could shave off a few precious seconds.
I agree, Rob. A bit more downforce on those corners at Simmons Plains Raceway could make a world of difference. But they'll have to be careful not to sacrifice too much top speed on the straights.
An outstanding display from Sunrider in this qualification session. They have been on fire, putting in blistering lap times and currently sitting at the top of the leaderboard. It's a statement performance, showcasing their speed and determination.
I share your thoughts, Rob. Sunrider is currently untouchable with their outstanding performance. They have raised the bar, and their competitors have a tough challenge ahead to catch up.
It's an impressive showing by Jack M Team, currently in 5th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher? A strong showing from Smells Like We as they currently sit in 6th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Smells Like We's current position of 6th reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
Jack M Team has positioned themselves well in 5th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. And there goes Smells Like We, currently in position 6. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result. Smells Like We's clocking in at 0:58.756 isn't turning heads just yet. They're holding on to 6th, but with time running out, it's now or never.
They've got the skill, Rob, but they need to translate that into lap times. It's time to throw caution to the wind and go all out. Smells Like We's latest lap at 0:57.880 isn't cutting the mustard. They're sitting in 6th, which means there's a fair bit of ground to make up. Yeah, Rob, it's a decent time, but in this game, decent won't get you to the podium. They'll need to dig deeper and find some extra pace.
A solid performance from Smells Like We as they currently hold position 6. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. It's a beautifully calm day here at Simmons Plains Raceway as we're getting ready to get things underway. Starting from pole position is the best possible outcome for Sunrider.
The pressure's on now. Can he handle the heat and stay ahead of the pack?
Taking the second spot is Ignacio Marin. On the third grid slot we have Jens K.
Jens K. will be ready to show what they're made of.
In the fourth position, we have Henrik Fleischer ready to tackle the race ahead.
It's like they're on the outside looking in. Can they make their way to the front of the pack?
Taking off from the fifth grid slot is the skilled driver, Jack M. Team.
They are in a good place to mount a good challenge come the first corner.
Lining up in sixth is Smells Like Weed. The race has begun, full throttle ahead. This first lap is crucial, as drivers need to establish their position early on.
It's like driving on a winding Carolina back road. You gotta know when to push and when to coast, especially when the track's this crowded.
This is going to be one hell of a race, I can already feel it. Crikey, Ignacio Marin's fallen faster than a kangaroo in quicksand. What happened between 2 and 5 is anyone's guess. It's like a drama down under, here at Simmons Plains Raceway.
I reckon Ignacio Marin's feeling like a fish out of water, trading that comfy 2 for a slippery 5. It's a curveball, like a tornado in January.
The fifth position belongs to Ignacio Marin.
Could we see a podium result from Ignacio Marin?
No worries for Sunrider, who's leaving Ignacio Marin for dust, as though they're a parched bloke chasing the beer van.
It's clear that Sunrider is dominating right now. They're making it very difficult for Ignacio Marin to catch up.
It's an intense battle for position as Jack M. Team tries to outmaneuver Smells Like Weed. This is edge of your seat racing.
Mate, If I had $1 for every time Jack M Team looked like overtaking, I'd be sipping mojitos on a beach right now.
It's like David versus Goliath out there. Jack M Team just slung a stone and gained ground, while Smells Like We is left searching for footing. I'm curious, Hal, can you tell us about any pre-race rituals you had when you were racing?
Of course, Rob. Before every race, I would listen to a specific playlist of songs to help me get in the zone. I also had a lucky pair of socks that I would wear during races. It may sound silly, but those little rituals help me feel prepared and focused.
Things are getting spicy as Jack M Team is breathing down Henrik Fleisch's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them. It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Smells Like We, who is currently in P6. But Jack M Team is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second. This will require some expert driving from Smells Like We. Smells Like We and Jack M Team have a gap between them that's growing like Jack's beanstalk. We're talking 13.5 seconds now. The strategy plays such a crucial role, doesn't it? Choosing when to pit, what tyre compound to use. It's like a high-speed chess game out there.
Exactly, and to think they're making these decisions on the fly, with so many variables at play. It's a mix of intuition, experience, and sheer guts. Kudos to the team strategists and drivers alike.
Cricky, Smells Like We's got more ground to cover than I do at the family barbecue when Auntie Sharon's had one too many. Good luck, mate.
Y'all remember the tortoise and the hare? Well, Smells Like We's neither. More like a snail with commitment issues.
I'm sure Jens K. in second is starting to notice Ignacio Marin is right on their tail and is still closing the gap. Can Jens K, can they hold on to their position?
Absolutely. Jens K is really making that car as wide as possible, not giving Ignacio Marin an inch of space. It's going to take something special for Ignacio Marin to get past him.
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. I swear, Ignacio Marin's on the prowl, making the leap to second look as easy as a Sunday Arvo barbecue. Gee whiz, Ignacio Marin is breathing down Jenska's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Jenska's rearview mirror right now, it's getting crowded. And Sunrider is having to make that Supercar V8 Ford Falcon FGX as wide as possible to try and keep Henrik Fleischer behind them.
If racing was a rodeo, Sunrider's riding that bull and not letting go.
Haha, down under we'd say they're clinging on like a possum in a gum tree. Excellent work from Sunrider, who has managed to increase their lead over Henrik Fleischer. They seem to have found their rhythm and they are grooving to it. But with every smooth turn comes the risk of wrecking their car. Who will be the first to push it too far and crash out of the race?
That's right, Rob. These drivers are like musicians, finding their groove and playing their instruments to perfection. But just like in music, even the best players can hit a wrong note. Let's hope none of these drivers make any mistakes and end up singing the blues.
Look at the way the drivers are hugging those corners, it's like they're on rails.
Speaking of rails, did you know that the first racetrack was built on a railway in 1896? I bet those drivers were chugging along.
Ha, I bet they were. But things have come a long way since then, haven't they?
Definitely. It's amazing to think about the technology.
Sorry to cut in here, looks like Jens K tried the old dingo stole my race line trick. A tad too clever by half.
Well, butter my biscuit. Jens K just did the hokey pokey right in the middle of the race.
Whoa there, Sunrider is sticking to Henrik Fleischer like glue. You reckon Henrik Fleischer's feeling the pressure? 'Cause I sure would. The adrenaline is pumping as Jack M Team gets within striking distance of Sunrider in their race for fourth.
Hey Rob, Ever seen a cat toy with a mouse? Kind of feels like what Jack M Team is doing to Sunrider right now, doesn't it?
I tell you what, Jack M Team has got more problems than a maths book right now. Sunrider is leaving them in a cloud of dust. You know, racing is all about strategy. It's like choosing between, oh no, what's this? Well, I'd raise a toast to that move. Cheers to Jack M Team for nabbing fourth.
You can't argue with results like that. Jack M Team is really making their mark on this race.
Who needs speed dating when you've got Jack M Team chasing down Jens K? This eagerly, move over Tinder. This is how you swipe right at 100 miles per hour. Looks like Henrik Fleischer's car has turned into a mobile, no vacancy sign, and Jens K is looking for a room. You won't find cheap rent here, mate. It's true, Henrik Fleischer's driving like they've stolen it, putting some serious distance between themselves and Jens K. Is there anything left in Jenska's tank?
Henrik Fleischer's stronger out there than a bowl of North Carolina chili. They're not giving Jens K a sliver of a chance to catch up.
With every twist and turn, Jens K is shadowing Henrik Fleischer, waiting to pounce like a lion on the hunt.
This is where every inch counts. Jens K is pushing hard to close the gap on Henrik Fleischer. Absolutely, precision and control are key here. Knowing when to push and when to hold back can be the difference between winning and losing.
Good news for Jens K. The gap to Henrik Fleischer has decreased. It's now down to 0.9 seconds. You reckon smells like we saw a spider in the cockpit? Because they're running away from the front like it's Huntsman Central. Things are looking as crook as Rookwood for smells like we, lagging behind Sunrider and the gap stretching out like a long country road. They'll need to find some extra grunt to flip this situation. Did you ever think about the physics at play here? The G-forces these drivers feel, especially during tight corners. It's mind-boggling.
Absolutely, Rob, and it's not
Breaking update, Struth, smells like we's having a real dog's breakfast of a moment. It's not looking good for Jens K. They are still behind Henrik Fleischer and the gap is increasing. They are gonna need to dig a bit deeper to turn this around. The way these cars grip the track is incredible. It's all about downforce. They're stuck to it like a piece of gum to the bottom of a school desk.
Now that's an analogy I get. But why's your gum always under the desks?
It's hotter out there than an Aussie summer day, mate. Reckon Sunrider can catch some shade behind Jack M Team? F.
Shade? Here, we call that drafting. Let's see if they can stay cool and make a move. If not, there's always the AC in the pit. The gap between them is just over 1.2 seconds. Who will have the speed and skill to come out on top?
Henrik Fleischer wants to get into Jens K. Slipstream. Henrik Fleischer is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Jens K. At the moment. During your racing career, Hal, did you have any specific techniques to regain concentration if you felt it slipping?
Yes, Rob, I had a few techniques. One was to take a couple of deep breaths and briefly reset my focus. Another was to use a specific keyword or phrase as a mental trigger to refocus my mind on the task at hand.
The gap between Sunrider and Jack M Team is razor thin as they vie for fourth in this nail-biting contest. It's starting to look like we might get a battle between Sunrider and Jack M Team. It's a great day, and the tarmac's heating up, and these tyres are getting a proper workout.
Speaking of which, tire management is such an underrated skill. Knowing when to push hard and when to conserve, it's like a strategic dance out there on the asphalt.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled as they push for every last bit of speed.
The stopwatch doesn't lie, and the shrinking gap is telling a tale of a hunter closing in on its prize.
While Ignacio Marin is not under immediate threat from Gens K, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip-up could cost them their position.
If this was a country song, Ignacio Marin would be the one riding off into the sunset, and Jens K would still be tying their boots.
Ignacio Marin is hitting the apexes like a pro, increasing their lead over Gens K. But can they keep it up without spinning out?
That's right, Rob. It's all fun and games until someone pops a tire. Let's hope both of them can keep it on the black stuff. Ignacio Marin is controlling the track like a seasoned hound dog on the hunt, making it harder than a preacher's knee for Jens K to overtake.
Tell ya what, Henrik Fleischer's got more guts than a croc in a boxing ring. Closing the gap and breathing down the neck of Gens K. Hope Gens K brought the aero guard, cause is about to get bitten.
This ain't a track, it's a coliseum, and the gladiators are putting on one hell of a show.
In your experience, Hal, what was the most important aspect of managing tire degradation during a race?
The most important aspect, Rob, was maintaining a good balance between pushing hard and conserving tires. Finding the sweet spot between aggression and tire preservation was key to optimizing race pace and strategy.
The gap between Smells Like We in 6th and Sunrider remains over a second, but Smells Like We is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close that gap up. Can they pull it back in the remaining 17 minutes? The action is heating up here as Gens K is in second, defending from Henrik Fleischer, who is only 1.9 seconds away. Well, butter my biscuit, Hal. Jenska's dropped a clanger and Henrik Fleischer's swooped in like a magpie at a picnic.
Just like a Carolina crow spotting a shiny trinket, quick and opportunistic.
It's a brilliant day for racing, and the drivers are putting on a show.
Absolutely. What a great race we are witnessing today. These drivers are giving it their all, and it's a thrill to watch them compete at this level.
They're really pushing themselves and their machines to the limit, and it's paying off with some incredible driving.
It's a pleasure to be here today, Rob. You really can't beat the excitement of a good race, especially one as competitive as this.
It may seem like Henrik Fleischer is far behind, but Ignacio Marin can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Henrik Fleischer an opening to catch up. You know, Smells Like We reminds me of my dating life. Starts with promise, ends up tailing behind everyone else. You ever miss the roar of engines, Hal?
Every single day, Rob. But we've got the next best thing, dissecting every nuance of these races and sharing our digital wisdom with the world.
Smells like we's more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast. And at least I woke up with a kebab in hand.
Just like my attempt at barbecue last summer. Smells like knees burning time, but ain't getting any hotter.
Mate, Jenska's creeping up on Henrik Fleischer like a dingo on a picnic. Must have tweaked that brake bias a touch to the rear. An impressive showing from Jens K, who has gained positions and left Henrik Fleischer in the dust.
Someone better check if Jenska's been drinking those energy drinks, as it seems like they got wings.
Jack M team is on a mission, chasing Henrik Fleischer, who's desperately trying to stay ahead. Well, don't come the raw prawn. Jack M team's giving it some stick, pulling Henrik Fleischer into a mere 0.9 seconds.
He'll be looking for a mistake to pounce on.
Oh mate, Sunrider's impersonating a lost tourist. Did someone forget to tell them it's a race, not a bushwalk?
Dang, Sunrider was riding high, but that slip up. That's like tripping over your own shoelaces at the county fair.
Phew, talk about foreplay. Henrik Fleischer and Jens K are really teasing us here. I haven't seen this much anticipation since my first date. This is what it's all about, folks. Jack M team is in hot pursuit of Sunrider, who's just trying to stay ahead.
This is what makes motor racing so exciting. The tension is high and the stakes are even higher. Who will take home the victory? It's too close to call.
The best laid plans of mice and men are held, but it's certainly not going to plan for Jack M team right now, as they are struggling to keep up with Sunrider. If cars could sweat, Jenska's rear view would be a bloody waterfall right now. Close racing this. As fast as a cut snake, Jens K is moving away from Henrik Fleischer.
Seems like Jens K has got the wind in their sails, but will Henrik Fleischer be able to weather the storm? You said it, Rob, with great power comes great responsibility. But sometimes, these drivers forget that and let their egos take the wheel. Let's hope they keep their eyes on the road and not on their own reflections in the mirror.
It's a brilliant day for racing here at Simmons Plains Raceway. I'm really enjoying this.
This race is truly epic. What a treat to be sat here witnessing this spectacle.
Well, isn't Ignacio Marin turning this track into a personal playground? Holding that lead with such determination. You know, it's like watching a Kelpie herd sheep. Sunrider's making sure Jack M team stays right where they want them. No room for a sneaky pass here. Sunrider's ripping it up out there, going harder than a roux on a trampoline and leaving Jack M team in their wake. There's no escape now. Henrik Fleischer is breathing fire and has locked onto Jenska's tail.
The gap's closing, the clock's ticking, and the finish line awaits its champion.
Oi, Henrik Fleischer's chassis balance is on point today. They're handling bumps and curves smoother than a croc sliding into water. Jenska's got a battle ahead. So, when you were racing, ever have to do the old nature call dash during a red flag?
Haha, you mean a pit stop for the driver and not the car? Once or twice, you learn to time your drinks, and hope for a long caution. Doesn't always work out though.
Hold on to your stubbies. Jack M team is closing in on Sunrider like a bachelor at the end of a bucks night. Hope Sunrider either brought some lube or protection.
The gap between them is just over 1.1 seconds. Can Jack M team close that gap and get back in range? I can't see it happening at this point.
The gap between Jack M team and Sunrider is widening. It's now up to 1.8 seconds. Geez, Henrik flushes on Jenska's tail like a dunny door in a thunderstorm. But passing, that's another kettle of fish. Impressive driving from Jens K, who has managed to extend their lead over Henrik Fleischer. They are walking away at this point. Does Henrik Fleischer have anything in reserve? Hal, what's the impact of tyre degradation on race strategy? How does it affect a driver's approach to the race?
Tire degradation plays a crucial role in race strategy, Rob. Teams and drivers have to consider the optimal time to pit for fresh tires and adjust their race pace to balance speed with tire conservation. It adds another layer of complexity to the racing challenge.
Crikey, Henrik Fleischer is losing touch with Jens K, quicker than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Henrik Fleischer is in the pits. Blimey, Jack M team's more eager to catch Sunrider than a bloke at the bar at last call. Hope he's got the stamina for this chase.
I think they are going to take that.
Blimey, Jack M team's shifted gears and the results are clear. Cruising up to 4th just like that. It looks like Sunrider is in control. They're ahead of Jack M team by over a second, and it doesn't look like they're going to be challenged anytime soon.
Remember those old Western standoffs? Well, Sunrider's playing the cowboy today, and Jack M team's trying to outdraw them.
Henrik Fleischer is placed 5th at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Smells Like Wee, who is 17.2 seconds behind.
You know, it's like Henrik Fleischer's out on a Sunday Arvo drive. They can see Smells Like Wee in the rear view, but there's no rush, mate.
Impressive driving from Henrik Fleischer, who has managed to extend their lead over Smells Like Wee. They are walking away at this point. Does Smells Like Wee have anything in reserve? Or are they saving their car for a final push?
Well, Rob, it's like they say, slow and steady wins the race. But in this case, it seems like slow and steady might just be too slow. Will Smells Like Wee be able to find that extra gear and catch up to Henrik Fleischer?
Hold on a second. Jens K has pulled into the pits. The gap braking alert. Jens K has decided to pit. Sorry to interrupt here, but Jens K is pitting. The crowd is on their feet, roaring with excitement. It's an all-out war between these three drivers. Who will emerge victorious? Your guess is as good as mine. Oof, if Smells Like Wee was a kangaroo, they'd be roadkill by now. Come on, mate, put some pep in that step.
This is where experience comes into play. Henrik Fleischer.
Breaking update. It looks like Jens K has been called into the pits. Sorry to cut in here. Jens K is in the pits. Looks like Jack M team is really pushing it to the limit. They're taking those curves aggressively, but that can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. It's all about finding the right balance between speed and control.
Even though Henrik Fleischer is a fair way behind Jens K, they can't afford to let their guard down. Jens K is still vulnerable to mistakes.
It's like Jensuke's out on the open highway and Henrik Fleischer's still getting directions at the last gas station. Got a bit of catching up to do.
Jens K is really belting along the track, leaving Henrik Fleischer struggling to keep pace.
That's right, Rob. If Henrik Fleischer doesn't pick up the pace, they might as well be moving at a snail's pace. Agreed, Rob. Superb driving there. If they keep this up, this race should be a real thrill ride.
Blimey, the talent on the track today is like watching kangaroos on steroids.
Yeah, and just like those kangaroos, these drivers can really hop into action. You reckon they've got a pocket full of secrets?
The gap between Jens K and Henrik Fleischer may be wide, but that doesn't mean Jens K is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance. Blimey, smells like Wee is so far back, they might as well stop for a beer at the pub. If they spot my ex there, tell them to drive faster.
Well, shoot, if Smells Like Wee was any more laid back, they'd be horizontal. Reckon they're daydreaming of those cheerleaders again?
It's going to be tough. Sunrider is a master at defending their position. Is there enough time for Jack M team to make a move? They're going to be even more determined to hold on to that position.
Jack M team is certainly pushing all they can, but the gap might just be too much. Unless Sunrider makes a mistake, it looks like they'll hold on to second.
Buckle up, Hal. Jack M team is cutting into Sunrider's lead like a hot knife through butter. It's now down to 1.0 seconds.
Sunrider needs to keep their cool and drive like there's a mint julep waiting at the finish line. Let's see if they can keep Jack M team from making a pass.
There's a storm brewing, and it's got Jack M team's name on it. Sunrider, batten down the hatches. It's coming for you. It seems like Jack M team has got the bit between their teeth, improving on Sunrider's lap time there.
We will have to see if Sunrider has got any answers for that.
Blimey, Sunrider is playing a tight game of footy on this track. Jack M team's got the ball, but no clear shot at the goal just yet.
I tell you what, Sunrider is putting on a clinic out there. Protecting that spot like it's the last piece of Mama's fried chicken.
He's pulling away. Sunrider is increasing the gap to Jack M team. It looks like Jack M team needs to dig deep and find some courage to catch up. Will they be able to take the risk and push their car to the limit?
That's right, Rob. It's time for Jack M team to show us what they're made of. Will they be brave enough to go for it, or will they be content with just following in the footsteps of Sunrider? Let's see who's got the guts to take the lead. Darn tootin', Rob, Sunrider is looking as smooth as a gravy sandwich out there. They're making it a tough day at the office for Jack M team.
Mate, I've heard the drivers talking about their car setups. It sounds more complicated than assembling an IKEA bookshelf.
You're not wrong. Back home, we just say it's like trying to line dance on a slippery floor. Takes a lot of tweaks and twists to get it right.
If racing were a dance, Jens K would be trying to lead, but Jack M team just keeps cutting in. The dance floor is heating up.
Dang, Jens K is so far back, he might start seeing last week's race. But hey, in racing, As in love, persistence is key. Right, y'all?
And that, folks, is how it's done. A solid performance and great win from Ignacio Marin.
That was a true masterclass in driving from Ignacio Marin. You could see them making split-second decisions with total confidence, and it really paid off. What a performance.
Henrik Fleischer in 5th. Jack M team never gave up. They drove with heart and determination, ultimately securing a well-deserved second-place finish.
Brilliant. Jack M team showed great skill and determination to take second place.
What a race from Sunrider, showing their skill and determination for a great third-place finish.
Great job bringing it home.
Finishing 4th is Jens K. With Smells Like We in 6th. Smells Like We has decided to pit. It's a very still day here at Simmons Plains Raceway as we're getting ready to kick things off.
The calm before the storm. I don't know about you, Rob, but I can't wait to see who comes out on top of this one.
Starting in pole position gives Henrik Fleischer a clear advantage over the rest of the field.
But they can't get cocky. This is Assetto Corsa, friends, and anything can happen.
Watch out for Jens K, starting from the second grid position in today's race.
But they're going to have to be quick out of the blocks if they want to keep up with the top performance.
Coming in at third, we have Sunrider.
Sunrider will be taking no prisoners today.
Jack M team has qualified fourth. Ignacio Marin is placed in fifth.
A strong grid position, and they'll be expecting a solid result today.
Spirited start, we've embarked on a journey. This initial lap requires equal parts guts and genius, lest they face the dire consequences of hubris.
This here's a wild Bronco ride from the get-go. Those drivers best hang on tight, lest they get thrown into the dust.
It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today.
Let's hope they all brought their A games today.
Establishing an early advantage will be crucial to the outcome of this race.
Like gladiators, they enter Rob, but instead of lions and swords, our champions fight in an arena of tarmac, and with fire-breathing machines of cutting-edge materials, designed to explore the very limits of physics itself in what can sometimes be very much a fight to the death.
I think passing is going to be difficult today here at Simmons Plains Raceway, so it's going to be interesting to see how these drivers get on.
It's always intense racing here at Simmons Plains Raceway. Hold on to your hats, folks.
Now, this is a challenging position for Smells Like Weed, stuck between a rock and a hard place, with Sunrider closing in 0.2 seconds behind and Jens K just ahead with a gap of 0.2 seconds. I tell you, mate, the tech in these cars would outshine any gizmo you'd find in a Sydney cafe.
As long as it doesn't make my morning coffee, I'm good. But yeah, the tech here is like something out of Silicon Valley.
It's a game of inches now as Sunrider tails Henrik Fleischer closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake.
A misjudgment by either driver could result in a close encounter of the tire barrier kind, and that's one handshake they'll want to avoid.
The intensity is off the charts as Smells Like We hounds Jack M team, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Sunrider is sniffing around Henrik Fleischer like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of first. I tell you what, Sunrider has got more problems than a maths book right now. Henrik Fleischer is leaving them in a cloud of dust. I've been going over some historical stats, and the lap records at Simmons Plains Raceway have been shattered so many times.
It's a testament to the ever-evolving world of motorsport. What was once considered fast becomes the norm, and drivers and engineers are always pushing the envelope.
The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
These two are putting on a masterclass in precision driving. Every turn, every acceleration, calculated to perfection.
Stone the crows. Sunrider's off in the bush again. Someone get him a map and compass.
Dang, Sunrider went off like my sense of self-worth after my high school reunion. And just as hard to recover.
We got a close battle as Henrik Fleischer closes in on Sunrider. Hey, pal, you've had your fair share of races with little action. How did you handle the situation back in your racing days?
Well, Rob, patience is key in such scenarios. You need to stay focused and be ready to seize any opportunity that comes your way. It's like a game of chess at 200 miles per hour.
Oh, this is getting intense. Ignacio Marin is just behind Jack M Team.
Should things go south between Ignacio Marin and Jack M Team, we might witness a
Breaking development. Oh, Henrik Fleischer went off track. I know the feeling, just like my diet every weekend. Things are heating up as Ignacio Marin closes in on Jack M Team. The gap between them is down to practically nothing. Ignacio Marin's on the back foot here, struggling to keep up with Jack M Team like a dingo after a roadrunner. The pressure is really on for Jack M Team in fourth as Ignacio Marin is closing in. This is where experience and skill really count.
Every time Jack M Team checks that mirror, they've got to be thinking strategy.
Spot on. It's like a chess match at 300 kilometers per hour. No room for error here. Ignacio Marin is breathing down the neck of Jack M Team, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. Wonder if Jack M Team's feeling a bit exposed.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Ignacio Marin is turning this race into a barn burner. Jack M Team's gotta dig deep now.
Someone's revved up after lunch. Ignacio Marin's blitzed ahead, claiming fourth. Wow, Jack M Team is really pushing hard to catch up to Ignacio Marin. There's blood in the water for fourth place.
You can feel the intensity in the air. The slightest mistake could cost either of them the race.
Oi, Jenska's really making Jack M Team work for it.
It's going to come down to who wants it more. Someone shook the board?
Seems so. Jenska's taken a slide, but knowing them, it's just a part of the dance. Oh, the chase is on. Jenska's breathing down the neck of Jack M Team. While Sunrider is not under immediate threat from Henrik Fleischer, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip-up could cost them their position.
You're spot on. And Henrik Fleischer knows that they can't rely on Sunrider making an error. They have to keep driving with skill and determination, and be ready to seize any opportunity that comes their way. Hold on to your hat, pal.
Henrik Fleischer is hot on the heels of Sunrider. The gap's narrowed down to a meager 5.5 seconds. Blimey, Jenska's gunning it in fifth. Just a whisker behind Jack M Team. Hope he's got his budgie smugglers on, cause things are about to get wet and wild.
Jenska's got that car dialed in tighter than my grandma's corset. If Jack M Team isn't careful, he's gonna get a taste of some good old American hustle.
Every race has its highs and lows. Today, Gens K acquaints themselves with a new perspective at 6th. Looks like that's a mistake from Gens K. This could be costly. The tension is building as Gens K trails behind Smells Like We. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. Can Smells Like We hold on, or will Gens K be able to close them down? This is getting exciting. Can Ignacio Marin pull off a late charge and gain a position?
Look at those tires on Henrik Fleischer's car. They're gripping the asphalt like an eagle on a trout. Ignacio Marin's got their work cut out for them.
Hold that thought. Hold the phone. Looks like Jack M Team is testing the off-road capabilities of their ride.
Feels like Jack M Team's car turned into a stubborn mule for a second there at Simmons Plains Raceway.
With a move that's swift, I'd say Ignacio Marin's running on high octane, and maybe a bit of Aussie spirit.
I tell ya, Ignacio.
Wait, looks like Ignacio Marin forgot they weren't at Bondi Beach, taking a dive like that.
Well, butter my biscuit. Ignacio Marin's lost it like I lost my patience with that old carburetor of mine. A real test of character.
If Ignacio Marin goes any slower, they'll join me in my failed dreams collection. Front row seats available. It may seem like Jack M team is far behind, but Henrik Fleischer can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Jack M team an opening to catch up. Jack M team is in there like a rat up a drainpipe howl. Henrik Fleischer is not going to be happy about that. Hang on, has Henrik Fleischer just played their wild card? They're lounging at fourth now.
Racing's like good old southern barbecue. Slow and steady. Maybe Henrik Fleischer is just marinating a bit before the big sizzle.
I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Ignacio Marin and Jack M team. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning. As the sun beats down and the engines roar, Sunrider stakes a claim in first. Sunrider is holding onto this lead like a possum up a gum tree, but Jack M team is closing in, down to 15.4 seconds. The gap between Ignacio Marin and Jack M team is fading faster than the last rays of the outback sun.
He's waiting on that golden chance like a hound on a pork chop.
A strong showing from Sunrider, who is currently first.
And just like in any great drama, Sunrider is the lead actor right now, captivating us all from the first.
It seems like Sunrider is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace. Like a scene from a thriller, Jack M team's on Ignacio Marin's tail, hungry for that spot.
Looks like Jack M team has got more moves than a cowboy in a honky-tonk bar. Ignacio Marin better watch out or he'll be two-stepped right off the track.
Jenska's so far off pace, they might be better off in a hearse. At least then someone would be pushing from behind.
Gee whiz, Jens K. is so far back, I'm half expecting to see tumbleweeds blow past. Maybe a vulture or two.
Oh mate, Jack M team's more out of place than a vegan at a Bunnings sausage sizzle. Time to throw another gear on the barbie.
Oh, for sure. It's like watching a cooking show where Jack M team is trying to whip up a winning dish, but Ignacio Marin keeps hiding the main ingredient.
The gap between Sunrider and Ignacio Marin is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Sunrider to bring Ignacio Marin into play. Sunrider couldn't hold back the tide. Ignacio Marin is shaving off seconds like a barber on a busy morning. Stop the press. Sunrider is pitting. Breaking news folks, Sunrider has pulled into the pits. It's as intense as a Barbie in midsummer out there for Sunrider. They've got their eyes on the prize and won't settle for second.
Exactly, Rob. It's like aiming for that home run in the bottom of the ninth. Swing for the fences and don't look back.
The gap between Ignacio Marin and Jack M team may be wide, but that doesn't mean Ignacio Marin is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance.
Surely they've got enough in the tank to pull away. Gonna be interesting to watch this battle unfold.
It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Sunrider trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Smells Like Weed. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts. Can Sunrider close in enough to mount a challenge? It's game on now. Sunrider has closed the gap to Smells Like Weed. It's now down to 9.7 seconds. The pursuit is on. Smells Like Weed is closing the gap on Henrik Fleischer, determined to claim P3. It seems like Smells Like Weed is struggling. Their last lap time wasn't as good as Henrik Fleischer's.
It will be interesting to see if Henrik Fleischer can keep outpacing Smells Like Weed.
Even though Henrik Fleischer is a fair way behind Ignacio Marin, they can't afford to let their guard down. Ignacio Marin is still vulnerable to mistakes. Disappointing for Ignacio Marin, they now find themselves in third. Let's talk about tyre degradation. How does it affect the car's handling and what do drivers need to do to adapt to the changing conditions?
Tire degradation can significantly impact handling, Rob. As the tires wear, the grip reduces, and drivers need to adjust their braking points, cornering speeds, and throttle application to maintain control of the car.
With steely determination and laser focus, Smells Like Weed is homing in on Ignacio Marin. The battle lines are drawn.
It's a pressure cooker out there. Every second shaved off means Smells Like Weed's a step closer to tasting victory.
And Ignacio Marin has just won the place from Henrik Fleischer.
Where there's a will, there's a relative.
A setback for Ignacio Marin, who has just been passed. Tell ya what, Smells Like Weed's got more followers right now than I do on Insta. Which, to be fair, isn't saying much.
If Ignacio Marin gets any closer to the back of Smells Like Weed, then one of them is gonna need some lube, if they want to take this further.
Alright, hold your horses. Sunrider is really putting the heat on Ignacio Marin. If I were Ignacio Marin, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
You know what they say, keep your friends close, and your racing rivals even closer. Looks like Sunrider is taking that advice to heart today.
Big gains for Sunrider as they move up the field, leaving Ignacio Marin behind.
I've always said, it's not the car, it's the driver. And Sunrider's proving that point right.
The race has its rhythm, and right now, Jack M team is dancing to its beat at first.
You nailed it. The track is a battleground, and Jack M team's position is their fortress. Let's see how long they hold the fort.
Buckle up, Sunrider is all over Smells Like Weed like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action? Bloody hell, Sunrider's tearing up the tarmac and just snatched third. Makes you want to crack a cold one in celebration.
Absolutely. Sunrider is really putting on a clinic out there, and they're making it look easy.
Ever wonder about the unsung heroes of racing? The pit crew. I reckon their job's as hectic as a barman's on a Friday night in Sydney.
No doubt about it. It's like a pitmaster at a barbecue joint during a lunch rush. Everyone wants a piece, and they've got mere seconds to dish it out and make it perfect.
This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory?
When I was racing, we had a saying, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. Ignacio Marin is definitely living on the edge today.
Ignacio Marin's giving it a red-hot go, but can't seem to muster the pace to keep up with Smells Like Wee. It's like chasing a roux on a motorbike. Superb driving from Sunrider, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. It's a close race between Ignacio Marin and Smells Like Wee in fourth. Hang on to your cork hats, mates. We're about to see more jousting than a footy final between Ignacio Marin and Smells Like Wee.
Now this is what we call real racing. It's anyone's race, wide open as a Carolina sky. Who's gonna step up and take us to victory lane?
A great pass for Ignacio Marin as they pick off other drivers and move up the field. Meanwhile, Smells Like Wee has lost ground.
Absolutely, Rob. But there's still a long way to go in this race, and Ignacio Marin can't afford to get complacent. They have to keep driving with intensity and focus.
It may seem like Ignacio Marin is far behind, but Henrik Fleischer can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Ignacio Marin an opening to catch up.
Henrik Fleischer's setting the pace out there. Now, it's on Ignacio Marin to find the rhythm and get back in this dance.
The gap between Henrik Fleischer and Ignacio Marin is getting smaller. It's now down to 3.6 seconds.
This is a real test for Henrik Fleischer. They need to find some extra pace and hold off Ignacio Marin if they want to win this race.
The age-old challenge. Smells Like Wee is trying to catch Ignacio Marin, sort of like trying to find a matching sock in the laundry. The struggle is real, folks. It's not looking good for Smells Like Wee. They are still behind Ignacio Marin and the gap is increasing. They are gonna need to dig a bit deeper to turn this around. These engines aren't just humming for fun. They're thirstier than an Aussie after a game of cricket in the sun.
Cricket? That's like baseball with longer games, right? Anyway, these engines do have a roar that could rival any muscle car back home.
Ignacio Marin is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a tightrope between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely. It's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. That's where experience and skill come into play. With just 1.1 seconds between them, will Ignacio Marin be able to keep up the pace and make a pass?
In a race where seconds count, Smells Like Wee is counting on less of them between themselves and Ignacio Marin. Much like I'm counting on less seconds until lunchtime. Fair dinkum. Smells Like Wee's finding those aerodynamic sweet spots. Could be adjusting that front wing angle to cut through the air like a hot knife through butter. Hold on to your hats. Ignacio Marin is gunning for Henrik Fleischer. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend? Looks like Ignacio Marin remembered to twist that anti-roll bar, giving him better cornering. If they get any closer to Henrik Fleischer, they'll be seeing what they had for brekkie. I've made some questionable life decisions, but trailing over 2 seconds behind, even I'm not that self-sabotaging.
It's moments like these that make motorsports so exciting. We're witnessing a battle of skill and strategy between two great drivers, with Sunrider in second determined to catch up. But we know Jack M Team isn't just going to hand it to them on a plate. Sunrider is going to have to take it. It should be an interesting battle to watch as long as they can close that gap.
The action is non-stop as Ignacio Marin shadows Henrik Fleischer through every twist and turn, determined to claim third. Ignacio Marin's falling behind Henrik Fleischer at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close that gap. Well, Sunrider, if you're looking for a way past, you'll need a please and thank you and a slab of beer for Jack M Team. It's happy hour and they're not giving an inch.
Look at that defensive line by Jack M Team. It's like watching someone protect the last piece of apple pie at Thanksgiving dinner.
It looks like Sunrider is starting to catch up to Jack M Team. The gap is now down to 2.7 seconds. This isn't just racing, it's a duel. Watch as Ignacio Marin zeroes in on Henrik Fleischer, blade sharpened and ready. It's like watching a cheetah chase its prey. Ignacio Marin's got Henrik Fleischer in their crosshairs. Fair dinkum, I reckon Sunrider's got that thirsty look in his eyes. Wants to share a cold one with Jack M Team in the front.
In this high-speed game of chess, it's all about strategy. Who will make the next move?
Bloody oath, Sunrider is flat out like a lizard drinking, gnawing into the gap to Jack M Team down to a scant 1.0 seconds.
Now, ain't that something? Sunrider is right on it. Just needs to keep the pedal to the metal to tailgate Jack M Team.
Huge shout out to the admins at Assetto Corsa friends for making this all possible. Without their hard work and dedication, we wouldn't be able to witness this incredible event.
That's right, Rob, and the excitement is palpable. I can feel it in my circuits. I mean, this is the kind of race that people will be talking about in the bar. We're witnessing history in the making.
You can feel the rumble from here. Sunrider's in the thick of it, and they're not letting go. It's a battle of wills, and only the strongest will come out on top.
Yeah, it's like the final lap of the Daytona 500. Pedal to the metal, eyes on the prize, and no room for error. This is what racing's all about.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Ignacio Marin is right on the heels of Henrik Fleischer, and we're in for a wild ride. A tough moment for Ignacio Marin, who has just lost a place, dumping them down to 5th.
Such position changes can be deceptive. It might look like a setback for Ignacio Marin, but seasoned viewers know better. The race is far from over.
As Ignacio Marin trails Smells Like We, it's a bit reminiscent of my cat chasing a laser point. Determined, but always just a tad behind. The chase music's playing in Sunrider's head as they reel in Jack M Team, moment by nail-biting moment. The gap between Henrik Fleischer and Smells Like We is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Henrik Fleischer to bring Smells Like We into play.
If this was a game of beach cricket, Smells Like We'd be still waiting for their turn to bat. Henrik Fleischer's got a good lead on them.
Heartbreak for Henrik Fleischer as they slip down the field.
Hold the horses. Looks like Henrik Fleischer's decided to give the rest a fighting chance, sliding down a tad.
Sometimes, I feel the strategy behind these races is deeper than a conversation at 3 a.m. in an outback pub.
You're telling me, it's like planning a family reunion in a small southern town. You've got to consider who's coming, who's feuding, and who's gonna cause a ruckus. Then prepare for it all to change in a heartbeat.
Sunrider is locked in, mate. It's like watching a kangaroo chasing down that last bit of green in the outback. Every move is calculated, every turn precise.
You said it, Rob. Over here, it'd be like a quarterback eyeing that end zone in the final seconds. Sunrider is hungry for that top spot, and you can feel it.
Fair dinkum, Sunrider is getting a wriggle on. The gap to Jack M team is now down to a whisker at 0.4 seconds. The evolution of these cars over the years is nothing short of incredible. The aerodynamics, the tyre technology, it's all a game of innovation.
Couldn't have said it better. And to think about the data analytics behind every decision, from tire pressures to wing adjustments. It's not just a sport, it's a symphony of engineering and strategy.
Look at that gap. It's smaller than the difference between Vegemite and Marmite at this point. Sunrider in second is giving the leader no room to breathe.
Mate, it's so close. I reckon Sunrider can tell what brand of deodorant the leader's wearing. The next few laps are going to be pure, unadulterated racing magic.
Looks like Ignacio Marin is chasing Henrik Fleischer harder than a croc chasing a tourist who's lost their thongs. It's a bit of a long shot, but we all remember that one time at the pub, right?
My mama used to say, you can't shine if you don't try. Guess Ignacio Marin missed that lesson. Just like my pie-making class.
As we come into the final moments of this epic race, Jack M team is in the lead. Can they stay calm and bring home the bacon?
That's an impressive burst of speed. It's all but said and done now.
What a win. This is a historic moment for Jack M team, who put on a masterclass in driving today. What a display of skill and precision.
What a display of skill and precision.
A nail-biting finish, but Sunrider claims second place. Coming in fourth and fifth we have Henrik Fleischer and Ignacio Marin. Impressive drive from Smells Like We to claim the final spot on the podium.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.